Let's make these flowers, orchids in this case, with splashes of watercolor paint. Start with red, yellow, and blue. Well, you can start with anything you want, but I'm using red, yellow, and blue. The red is a very alizarin, deeper, cooler red. I've got a nice cadmium yellow light and an ultramarine blue that I'm working with. I'm going to start with just some splatters of paint. Doesn't take too many. I'm going to wash my brush. Pick up some of the red. Again, doesn't take much. And some blue. That's it. And now with just plain water on the brush, I'm going to, sometimes it's helpful to see if you want yellow in the center to kind of go where that is. So I see some nice little yellow here. So I'm gonna just make that part of the orchid that is a little bit exaggerated in some orchids right there. And then I'll get, orchids have a pattern of 3 petals on the bottom, 3 on the top, and I'm talking about layers. And so I'm doing the top layer first, and then I'll be adding the back petals after that. While it's wet, I can emphasize with a little bit of red, just a little bit in the center, which I think might be dramatic to help. It helps the bees find where to get the pollen. Now back with just plain water, I'm adding a little petal over here, little petal over here, getting a little bit of running, and then one up here. And then let that dry. You can fuss with it a little bit by squeezing out a brush and lifting where you might need lifting, or if you need some definition. But this one kind of works as an orchid shape, so I'm going to leave it. All right, again, plain water, and I'll get a second orchid in there. I'm thinking of like a little branch of a couple of orchids. Again, there's some nice yellow right here, so I'm going to start with that. There's that bottom petal, 2 side petals. If it runs into the other one, you want to, a little piece of lint. Might have to get that later. You let it kind of, underlap that. So there's my 3 petals that sit on top. And then I know I've got a petal down here, and I've got a petal here. I've got a petal here. And I've seen them where the ones underneath are just a little bit narrower. So that's where that's coming from. Get another one happening here. Sometimes it's okay to go back and just get a little more yellow in the center where you might need it. A little bit stronger color. A little bit of red in the center won't hurt either. A little bit that will spread nicely. Deciding where to put the stem. I was hoping that there would be some yellow splashes here to mix with the green. Since there aren't, I think I'll add a little because we need yellow to make the green. So, all right, so now I've got that. There's my green. Let that branch up. I can get little buds. You can also mix a tiny bit of the red with the blue and just darken that green a little bit with the purple that it makes. Add a little emphasis here and there. And we've got a nice little spray of orchids with buds. Happy painting. Let's see. You know, sometimes some come out better than others. Just keep at it though.